that we evaluate our golf game. Obviously, we're not playing golf right now, but if we look back at the game that we played last summer and look at where we analyze maybe where we weren't very good. You know, did we putt well? Did we chip well? Did we drive it poorly? Whatever that might be. This gives us an opportunity, after we've stepped away from playing, to look back and analyze where we were bad. And you know, if your short game was bad, you know, seek out somebody who can help you this winter with your short game, where you're not playing against in a $5 Nassau the next day, and you're trying to work on something, and maybe you go back to your old routine. Wintertime is the best time to make a dramatic change in your golf game without.
And you're right. It's a good time to work on your weaknesses.
Absolutely.
I mean, if you're a good driver of the golf ball, you know, don't worry about that. Take a lesson in the short game or your iron play or whatever your weaknesses are. A lot of people always want to practice their strengths.
Perfect.
Agree with that?
Absolutely. That's why I say the wintertime is the best time to work on what's weak, because you're not going to be playing tomorrow. So if you're not comfortable with what you're doing, at least you have time to get it to feel comfortable, and then you can start out the year feeling somewhat comfortable in what you're doing. It's also a great time to assess your golf equipment. If you've got an area of your game that was poor, there's two reasons it could be poor. Number one, your technique isn't good. Number two, maybe you don't have the right equipment for that particular shot or that particular thing that you're trying to do. So it's a good time to analyze that. If you're trying to decide whether you have the right equipment and you're taking golf lessons, ask your instructor. You know, when you get to a certain particular topic, ask him whether you've got the right equipment. He's going to have the answers for that. And this is the time to do it. Last but not least, make sure your grips are good for spring, because you're going to be playing a lot of golf come summertime. You want to make sure you've got a good grip and that your clubs are all ready for spring.
And get along those lines, Mitch, when it comes to equipment. I think too many people have those 3s and 4-irons in their bag. Hybrids becoming so popular and so easy to hit now. A lot of iron sets you see start with a 5-iron. You know, then they have 3 and 4 hybrids to replace the 3 and 4. Maybe you don't have enough wedges. Maybe you only have 2 wedges in your bag. Maybe you need a gap wedge in there. There's a lot of different angles when it comes to equipment to assess in the wintertime. So come spring, you're ready with the right equipment.
And that's the time to do it. You know, there's going to be a lot of new equipment coming out over the winter. You know, start assessing your needs. Got plenty of opportunity for, there'll be some golf shows in the area where you can go hit the new equipment. You know, you may be looking at a TV commercial where you see some new equipment on and think, boy, that might look like something I could use, because that's where I'm not very good. So,
you know, one question
to evaluate that.
One question they always ask me too, Mitch, on our radio show on WTM 1100, our golf show, is, well, who do I call? How do I find out what equipment I need? You know, about lessons, this, that, and the other. I say very simply, you know, if you live in Aurora area, call Walden, call Mitch Camp. I know it's a private club, but right. I mean, I think you give advice to non-members. I know if they're a West Sider, I tell them to come out to Strongsville Golf. I'll help them out there with their equipment, with any questions they have, lessons. So all you have to do, folks, is just get on the phone or shoot an email to them, whatever it may be, to a golf instructor, you know, at the golf facility nearest you. If it's locality is the biggest thing for you, that's the easiest way. They're all helpful. They'll all help you out, and if they can't, they'll direct you in the right way.
But remember, assess your golf game over the winter. It gives you time to look at your golf game, assess your physical conditioning, assess your equipment, and be ready to play great golf next year.